headed by Mr. Jimmy Newell, then Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Newell. They volunteered to do this. Doolittle told them, hey, we got a tough mission. You have to volunteer. We're going to take anybody's orders. You will volunteer for the trip. Every man in the room volunteered for the job. They went to Florida, flew their airplanes, not knowing what the trip was, what the mission was. They learned to take the B-25 off in a very, very, very short distance. Once all 16 airplanes, or actually 17 airplanes time, were qualified, they flew their airplanes to California, where they were trained loaded upon the USM carrier deck morning. They pressed on to Japan. From the left, Mr. Larry Kelly. In the middle, B-25 Panchito. Listen to the sound of R-2600. Again, powered by two R-2600 engines, cranking up more than 1700 horsepower aside on military takeoff power. These airplanes flew back and forth with 130 octane fuel. You couldn't afford to buy it. You could get it this afternoon. These airplanes now are flying, of course, 100 low lead fuel. They don't produce all the horsepower they used to, but enough. I say, you wonder how much fuel an airplane burns will take the horsepower of that engine. 1,700 horsepower. Divided by 2. Drop the last zero. That's how much fuel an airplane is going to burn per hour on an average. Yeah, that's right. 80 gallons a side per hour. From the right, Mr. Larry Kelly, middle B-25 Panchito. Bomb mast off the drop down. USS Hornet, over 600 miles off the coast of Japan, was spotted by a picket boat. Of course, they went and sank the picket boat. They weren't out sure. The picket boat got a message off Japan saying, hey, we got a carrier out here. It was a sneak attack by the USS Hornet. Doolittle went to his men. Said, look, we're 200 miles further than we need to be. We know we don't have enough fuel to make it to our destination. Every crew volunteered one more time. Yes, we will do it. They launched their aircraft on a one-way trip to Japan to bomb Japan. The first aircraft, powered by Mr. Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Doolittle at the time. 387 feet of carrier deck. That's what he launched his B-25 in. From the left, Larry Kelly again. All 16 crews long stare aircraft off the carrier in that corner. And you think, well, last guy had a longer takeoff run. No, he did not. Every airplane was over at the same spot. They all launched from at 387 foot. They flew at wave top height. Sea spray splashed on the windshield. They flew across the ocean, heading towards Japan. They would pitch their aircraft up to 1,500 feet, fly over Japan, drop their bombs, press on to China. All 16 airplanes were lost. 2 crews were captured by the Japanese. The Japanese were so embarrassed that the U.S. was able to bomb their home Japan. They made a mockery of the plane they would sink. Guess what? Yeah, they lost big time. The only aircraft to ever be named after an individual, General Billy Mitchell. The B-25 Mitchell bomber. Now this B-25 Panchito was assigned to a 396 bomb squadron, the 41st Bomb Group of the 7th Air Force. It was stationed in the Central Pacific between 1944 and 1945. It bombed and strafe shipping and land-based targets and was scheduled to bomb the Japanese mainland on the day Japan surrendered. The name on the side of the aircraft was picked by the pilot of the airplane. His favorite desert character was Panchito, one of the guys from the 3 Caballeros. If you look at B-25 had a chance of looking at parked to the ground down here with the DAV, you can see that the engine clouded outwards from about the original B-25 had a straight wing. Later, while I'm going at 10 of the original B-25s with straight wing, the later models came in what we call the individual wing, which you see on B-25J model flying forward to stand. What the individual means, if you look at the aircraft, the wings sort of move from the forward or from the center out to the tips.
We set it up like a year and a half ago.
The early B-25s had a single exhaust stack for each cylinder. All 14 cylinders had a single exhaust stack, but what they found over Japan, that flying at nighttime, the Japanese had an Aegis target flying over top of the B-25 because each exhaust stack put out a nice blue flame, which was easily visible from above. The guys on the ground mechanics said, hey, we can fix that. They developed a collector ring that collected all the exhaust from the top cylinders and put it out underneath the wings so that blue flame was not visible from above. I'm quite honored to say that I have had a chance to ride the B-25 Panchito on several occasions. The first time I ever did it, I got to sit up in the nose, flying over the Chesapeake Bay, doing a simulated strafing run on the John Brown ship in the middle of Chesapeake Bay. I sat there with the hair on my arm standing on and knowing that 65 years ago, some kid, 18 years old, was up there sitting where I was and had people shooting at him on the ground. Walk around this thing, talk to Larry Kelly down with the B-25, talk to DAV, Disabled American Vets down there. Larry, I guarantee you, will pull out a dollar bill of his pocket, dated 1944, 42, 43, somewhere along in there. He carries around exact change in his pocket and paper money of that era. His uniforms are always World War II era. Airplane based down in Georgetown, Delaware.